Hey everyone, it's Greg. Another edition of Unbreakable Spirits, and I'm going to try to talk fast today because it's a jam-packed show today. It is Tuesday, August the 8th, and it's getting cooler here in Pennsylvania. Hey, I hope everybody is safe out there. Some wicked storms yesterday in the area, especially later in the day. Um, I hope you guys are all okay. We were very lucky here in Phoenixville. We got heavy wind and rain, but thank God we didn't get a tornado in these parts, as they say. So I hope everybody is okay. Um, so what do we want to talk about today? You know, first thing I want to talk about. Uh, I want to talk about the Baltimore Orioles. Why do I want to talk about the Baltimore Orioles? The stinking Orioles. Uh, Last night, it came over the social media that the Orioles were suspending one of their lead announcers, and the only reason is because they showed a little clip, and it says an Oriole announcer suspended, blah blah blah, indefinitely. So I'm watching the clip. It's about a minute and a half, and I'm waiting for this guy for what is he suspended for? And I'm waiting, and I thought maybe he's going to say the F word, or there's something inappropriate. And nothing. All he talked about was they were down in Tampa Bay when this happened, and the Orioles have been really bad for a long time. Um, and they're all he said was their last 15 times in Tampa, the Orioles have lost the series or have tied the series. They have not won a series in Tampa against the Rays or like their major competition now in 15 tries. And that's like a team goes to visits maybe two times a year, blah, blah, blah. 7 years, maybe. 7 years, the Orioles haven't won a series in Tampa. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just a fact, you know? And apparently, the Orioles management ownership did not like that this announcer was quote unquote doubting the Orioles. It's just so stupid. So, you know what? Come here. Come here. I want to have a talk with the Orioles management. This is a timeout, and we're going to put the Orioles management in a corner and we're going to give them a talking to. Now, listen, you guys have sucked for a long time. You know, what was it, around 2014 or something when the Orioles were relevant? Uh, I don't know. The thing is this: the Orioles have been really bad. They had a good stretch there, and then they've been really, really bad to the point where they've lost 100 games a few times. They have gotten the first draft pick a few times. Now, to their credit, the Orioles have drafted really well. So now they have a lot of good young players who are coming up through the system. Uh, a lot of good young players on the major league team now, and there's more on the way. So Baltimore, instead of appreciating these good times, because it looks like the Orioles are going to make the playoffs this year, if not win the whole division, which would be great. They may even have the best record in the American League, which means that they're going to get home field advantage all the way through the playoffs. They may even make the freaking World Series, the Baltimore Orioles. And what are they bitching about? The announcer is just telling the truth. So I don't know why Baltimore Oriole management, why are you so sensitive to this guy telling the truth? He didn't curse. He didn't say anything inappropriate. he's just telling the truth. Uh, you should appreciate the fact that the Orioles are good again, and that they can go down to Tampa Bay and they could win down there to break that losing streak, right? So don't be so negative and don't be so sensitive. Uh, appreciate these good times because as we see in sports, sports is a cycle. Uh, you have your good times, you got your bad times. And eventually, if you draft well and you spend your money wisely, you're going to have good times again. And that's what's happening to the Orioles. So it's a petty, stupid thing what you're doing to this guy, to this announcer. You should reinstate him. You should apologize to him and maybe even give him a raise because I don't listen to the Orioles. Uh, but from what I understand, this guy is a really good announcer. So, okay, Oriole, and here, this is what I was going to do today. Instead of my Iron Pig hat, I was going to wear this Oriole cap. I got this a few years ago. This is very old school with the Oriole batting there. It's kind of cute. We were down at Camden Yards a couple of years ago to meet my oldest brother. He used to live in Easton, Maryland. In fact, that's the last time I saw him. He We got together for an Orioles game because I had never been to Camden Yards. And we went down. It was an afternoon game against the Phillies. We drove down, and that morning, and it's a very easy drive down 95 to get down to Baltimore. The stadium is right off 95. It's a beautiful stadium, Camden Yards. If you haven't ever been there, you should go. But it's a great place. And Phillies beat the Orioles that day, took the series. And yeah, that was the last time I saw my brother. He had a heart attack. Not long after that, yeah. And so that game and going to Baltimore will always be a special memory to me. But what I'm trying to say is, I possibly would have worn this hat today. Uh, Probably not, but possibly. But now I throw this hat in the trash can. I I won't wear that hat. I'm proudly wear my Iron Pigs hat. So I'm not saying Baltimore Orioles go to hell because I like the Orioles. I think they've got a shot this year. And but yeah, stop being so stupid. Get this guy back, and then everything will be okay. What else do I want to talk about here? Oh, you know what? I heard about this. Pickleball. Have you ever played pickleball? Well, this is the new thing now. This is the new fad. If you don't know what pickleball is this sort of hybrid of tennis, racquetball, uh, uh, badminton, smaller court, smaller paddles. Um, they're more like paddles than rackets, I guess. I don't know. And they use this plastic ball. You hit it back and forth across the net. It's just like tennis, but on a smaller scale. And it was really started for older people to enjoy. So they don't have to run around the tennis court. You can almost just stand there and just hit the ball back and forth. It's good exercise and it's supposed to be fun. Anyway, pickleball is like the boom in America now. There's pickleball courts all over the place. And from what I heard, there's a lack of pickleball court. There needs to be more. Tom Brady, you've heard of him, is investing in pickleball. You're going to see down the road pickleball on ESPN, pickleball tournaments, the World Championship of Pickleball, all kinds of stuff. Um, but like usual, the young whippersnapper, Gen Z, Gen X, Gen whatever, is ruining it because of course, you see the video of these old guys and old people hitting the ball, and That's great. That's for people like us. But then you see the younger people out there playing pickleball, and they're smashing it, and they're smashing it. It's like the balls going like 100 balls an hour, smash, smash, smash. I saw this one. What do you call it? Return or where you go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Uh, Whatever. It, and they're going back and forth and back and forth, and the ball's going like 150 miles an hour. These young 20, 30-year olds smashing it, smashing it, smashing it, smashing it, smashing it, and diving and doing it like it's freaking Wimbledon or something, you know? It's not freaking Wimbledon, it's pickleball. Anyway, so as usual, the young people are ruining it. So what I propose is this. I've been thinking about this, and I'm proposing that anyone under 50, if they play pickleball, should use real pickles. You've heard that right, real pickles. They, instead of hitting the little plastic yellow ball, use real pickles. I don't care. It could be dill. It could be uh, any kind of long ones or gherkins. Uh, I like pickles, by the way. Put a little dill pickle on mine. I don't like them too sweet, though. You know, nah, nah, I don't like that. I like them with a little tang to them. You know, on a hamburger. I always had pickle with a bologna sandwich. Did you ever have that? A bologna sandwich. I used to take a bologna sandwich in my lunchbox to grade school every day, practically. And in there, I'd have a pickle and I'd have a tasty cake. And that was my lunch. Yeah, it's typical Philadelphia lunch. So, anyway, my proposal is that anybody under 50 use a real pickle for pickleball. That way, when they want to smash it, get their aggression down and smash the damn thing, they will be smashing a dill pickle. Now, what'll happen is it'll explode right there all over them, which would be kind of funny. Or they will bash it back to the other person and it'll explode all over them or over the court. So I'm just saying that, that'll teach them. And anyone under 50 in my world has to use a real pickle to play pickleball. No, I'm not smoking the wacky weed today. No, no. I told you yesterday was my mom's anniversary, 10 years since she passed away. And late in the day, and thanks to everybody on Twitter who acknowledged that. I posted some of the great pictures of my mom that I have online. I just wanted to pay tribute to her. And so thanks for all the nice words. And late in the day, I was rummaging through some stuff that I have here, and I found a picture that I really never saw before. It's like, my mom had put this there for me to find like yesterday. I don't know. Here it is. I don't know if you can see it. It's a little picture. Do I put it closer? Yeah, I don't know if that's blurry or not. Anyway, that's a picture of my mom and dad. I have no idea when this was taken. But look how young they were, huh? Yeah. Look at my dad sporting that jazzy tie. Boy, he was a real rebel, wasn't he? Uh, and my mom's hair, look at that. Isn't that cool? She was really pretty. My dad was a good looking guy, too. Look at the dimples. I think that's where I got him from. Anyway, it was you see a picture like that, and sometimes it's easy to forget or easy to remember that your parents were once young and carefree and healthy, and they had dreams and hopes just like any young couple, right? Sometimes we think of our parents as being older and frail, and but I think it's important to know that they were people too, and they were younger people. and they were vibrant and, had jobs and raised a family. It brings it back. When you see a picture like that, it puts everything back into perspective again. So, final thing is, I got a call yesterday, late in the day, and it was from the local pharmacy. And I recognized the number, as when it came flashed upon the screen. And I thought, what the heck, what's that? So I answered the phone, and it was good news. Here they sold one of my books, and that was nice. So they said, "Come on over. We have a check for you." And so what I did, Holly went over and picked up the check. It was like $14 or something. And um, I gave him another book to take the place, and I signed it. So that's kind of cool. And so whoever bought my book out there, thank you. It's I really appreciate it. There you go, that unbreakable spirit. I really appreciate it because when I was looking to get this bad boy published, uh, I had it was rejected a lot. I don't even know how many times, maybe 40 times. And a lot of times, the agents, publishers didn't even read it. They didn't even read it, which is sad. I would get these, and I'm sure that's happened to you if you've ever tried to publish something. You get this automatic reply back, which is uh, which is kind of insulting because I know, they're very busy people and they can only read so many manuscripts. I understand that, but it's kind of sad that you get the automatic thing back and you're rejected and nobody even read it. So but the some of the replies I got back, the personal replies uh, were kind of amazing because they said, "Do you have any sex or violence in the book?" And I'm like, "No, no. It's a happy story. It's a story full of joy and hope and love." Wow, what a concept, huh? Joy, hope, and love. Do we need that in the world? Duh. Uh, but no, this more than one agent or publisher wrote back to me. Well, if it doesn't have sex or violence in it, I don't think we can. I don't think it's for us. Um, you know, I hope you find a home for it. And uh, and I had more than one person tell me, well, those kind of books don't sell. Books that have uh, joy and hope, and books that make you feel good, and inspirational stories just don't sell. Just don't sell, Brad. And that's the bottom line: is selling the book, making money. So I'm always happy and appreciative when even one of my books is sold. So thanks a lot. So if you happen to read this guy, and if you haven't already, I think it's really good. It took me about 3 years to write, and not because I'm a really slow writer, but because well, yes, uh, but because editing and back and forth and back and forth, and I wanted to get it just right, and I feel I got it. I got it right, and really, as I said, I wrote it for my family, for my parents, because I wanted I wanted people to know how special my mom and dad were. It's very special people, and my family, and I really wanted to say thank you to everybody who helped me when I was throughout my life. You know, to get to where I am now, they tell me I'm the oldest person in the world with the stage of osteogenesis imperfecta, brittle bones that I have. So there you go. So for some reason, I'm still here. I'm still kicking, and it's no, it's nice to be around. So anyway, thank you for everyone who who read the book, and if you haven't, please check it out. Um, so I think that's it for today. That was awkward stuff, and I'll be back tomorrow, and we'll probably get back to the regular format of crazy, strange stories that I find to share with you. I like to share a lot of lighthearted stuff. We have enough crap going on in the world, in the news. We don't need any more of that sadness and depressing stuff. Uh, so thanks for tuning in to Unbreakable Spirits. I hope to see you again soon. I'll be back tomorrow, and I hope you guys have a great day today. And root for our Phillies. Our Phillies have a double header today, starting at 4 o'clock. Um, a single paid admission doubleheader. Yeah, this is like going back into the 1950s, where we used to have doubleheaders and you only pay one admission. You get to see two games for the price of one. That's very rare nowadays, you know? So I have to appreciate it while we can. Unfortunately, I won't be going down today. I'm going down this coming Saturday, but I'll enjoy it from home, just like you probably will too. So go Phillies, go Iron Pigs, boo Orioles, boo for now. Take care. Bye bye.